Hey everybody, welcome to another episode on the AI Guide where we focus on the human impact of AI. Thanks so much for tuning in. So we're starting to see how AI will be rolled out in a big way broadly. For a long time we've talked here on the AI Guide about one of the critical things needed to power AI, which was the advent of cloud computing. This article we're going to cover today shows just how important it is to the future of AI. So this article is from Reuters this past week, just a couple of days ago. And it starts off with, AI is expected to pay off big for tech giants, including Microsoft and Google one day. So obviously, the goal of Microsoft and Google is to develop AI-driven applications that they can charge people for, right? That's how tech companies work. They don't invent stuff for free. However, deep investments will be needed before results of AI sales start to kick in. Microsoft said this week costs rose sharply as it built new data centers to support AI, and that capital expenditures will continue to rise as it buys chips from Nvidia to power all those data centers. So we'll talk about Nvidia in a few, but as we've talked about here before, AI is very computational intensive, which means that the number of data centers is going to increase very significantly, which is interesting because there was a huge wave of building data centers that started in the 90s, peaked in the 2000s, and then flattened out to tapered off. Because with standard cloud computing, hosting applications and hosting file shares, demand in the US started to get somewhat saturated. However, AI is going to kick off an entirely new boom in building additional data centers. So the article goes on to say, Microsoft is bearing AI costs in two ways: to power its own products, such as forthcoming $30 a month Copilot AI assistant, and to serve other companies wanting to use its Azure cloud computing services to create AI products. So I don't know if you guys have checked out Copilot yet. There was a video 6 months ago on it by Satya Nadella that I covered right at the time it happened, and it's mind-blowing. It still hasn't rolled out. However, soon it will be rolling out to initially corporate customers using Office 365. It's terrific. I can't wait to use it personally. So how important is Copilot to Microsoft? Microsoft executives said the service will start generating the bulk of its revenues in the second half of fiscal 2024. So they mean later this year, this thing is going to generate the majority of revenues for Microsoft. That's stunning. They're buying a bunch of H100s, said Ben Bajaran, Chief Executive and Principal Analyst at Creative Strategies, referring to Nvidia's flagship chips for AI. So how much does each H100 cost? Well, at retail, it's $45,000 a pop. So 100 of those is $4.5 million, and a data center will have thousands or tens of thousands. Massive revenue for Nvidia. This is why recently I did a video on Nvidia where its market cap crossed $1 trillion, one of the very few companies in history to do that. And this is why. The article goes on to say, you're probably going to see a similar thing at Amazon, if not this quarter, then next quarter, because both of them are the clouds that the vast majority of the market is using for training AI systems now. So Microsoft and Amazon dominate the cloud computing market. Alphabet, however, has delayed building these data centers, but not for long, said CFO Ruth Porat. So there's a guy named Scott Kessler who's global lead for technology, media, and telecom at a research firm called Third Bridge. As far as AI is concerned, while Google may have spent upwards of $200 billion on AI investments over the past decade, much of that isn't necessarily appreciated by users or investors. One advantage Google has, analysts said, is that it built its own custom chip for handling AI work, the TPU, which helps lower costs. Microsoft is aggressively buying Nvidia chips, given that Microsoft doesn't have its own chip alternative. So Google, in a way, is ahead, but notice the stunning number that's being spent to support the rollout of AI. $200 billion by Google alone in the last 10 years. That's stunning. But Google conceded it will buy chips from other companies as well as using its own. Porat, the CFO, said you will start to see this CapEx show up shortly in Google spending. So the last thing the article says is very interesting. There's a group called Deepwater Asset Management, which means they manage money for people and invest that money. This guy, Gene Munster, managing partner at Deepwater, said the message on the inflection point was the same from Microsoft and Google, but the difference was Microsoft investors wanted to see more. So what does that very last statement mean? Because it's a key. AI has reached a true inflection point of being exponential, and the financial experts who manage money for other people are now saying that. So the AI revolution is here, folks. What does that mean? It means prepare yourself for an AI-dominated career. How do you prepare yourself? First, you learn as much as you can about AI. Click that link below, get your free resource. Learn as much as you can about AI. Step 2, pick a career that is less subject to automation, which we talk about constantly here on the AI Guide, because we focus on the human impact of AI, not just to do a news show. That's not what this is about here. Here we're helping you prepare for this AI-dominated future. We help you prepare by giving you resources. Click the link, and we guide you, the AI Guide, to pick a career that is human-centric, meaning requires the human touch, because those will be the last to be automated. So thanks so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. Absolutely critical to us right now. We're approaching 1,000 subscribers. We're already over 1,000 on Instagram and approaching 1,000 on Facebook. And that's going to mean a lot to us here. Among other things, media credentials to bring you fantastic interviews from people on the cutting edge of AI. So click the link. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.